Don't put it all on yourself so that when the day comes, you're the grumpy, the Grinch, you know, because everything came on your shoulders.
Welcome to Mama's Playground. This is Darlene.
And this is Monica.
And we are almost there in the holidays. Well, we're already in the holidays.
I was going to say, where are we? We're almost there. Where?
Today, we're going to be talking about the holidays, about all the stress that comes with it. Find ways to reduce that stress and make it, because I see so many people like stress all the time. Oh, I got to buy presents for this and that. And the stores and the lines, it's like, you know, we have to enjoy these times.
Oh my God, I'm going to say something. I'm going to shout out to my friend Liddy from work because she was literally driving me crazy like 2 days ago.
Yeah.
She's sitting next to me and I'm like, can you stop? Her energy was on fire. It was like, oh my God, it's already New Year's. I was like, dude, we're in November. Like, calm your stuff down. She's like, oh my God, I need to plan the trip. I need to get the Christmas tree. I need to get the thing for Thanksgiving. Oh my God, and what are the kids going to do? And I was like, wow, stop. She was driving me crazy. I got out of there like bombarded thinking, I need to start planning because I haven't planned anything.
Yeah. And it happens. And it's also, you know, you go to the store in September and you already have like Christmas stuff, and actually in August. And it's, oh my God, I went to Hobby Lobby the other day.
Oh, boy.
And it's just a dream. I love that place and everything is so beautiful and you want to like decorate already. But, you know, people see all of this and they feel like this pressure of, wait, I have to, like your friend said, I have to decorate, I have to do this, I have to do that. And it's like, just because, you know, they're putting this in our face, like at the stores, that it doesn't mean that you have to do it right now. Like,
but did you feel that it was probably earlier? Because I remember even during October, like during Halloween time around there, I went to Costco and all the Christmas trees were already up, the decorations for Christmas, and I'm like, what month are we in?
Yeah.
Where are we? Like, wow, it's already in your face, which in a sense, it's good if you're like a late planner, let's say like myself, that it makes me realize I have to start.
It's kind of like a reminder. It's coming.
Yeah.
It's
For them, it's more like
coming.
start buying. You know what I mean? Like, you guys need to spend your money, you know, it's Christmas. Yeah. But for us, it's kind of like a reminder that we do have to get ready, you know?
Yeah. And one of the things I want to mention, and I feel like this, it could reduce stress a bit, is just, again, start planning. Don't go crazy. This is the thing. When you leave everything to the end, either you're going to take a trip or whatever, it's always going to be stressful. So I know easier said than done, and I have to like put this to practice, but just start making that list of the people that you have to gift. What are the options? What do you want to buy them? And start ordering them. Like, if you don't want to spend much money, hey, Temu. I love Temu. Like, I buy stuff for Luna there and it's perfect. It's perfect. This is her size, period. It's not like us. Oh my God, I bought a medium and I'm usually a medium, but it's too small, it's too big. It's like, for kids, go to Temu. They have so many toys. They have so many things. For those of you who don't know about the app, it's like an Amazon, but way cheaper.
Of course, because this is the actual manufacturer selling direct.
Like Alibaba, I think it's another one. I've never used that one.
Well, Alibaba is the actual, like, for instance,
it's Alibaba.
Alibaba, yeah. Alibaba. So yeah, Alibaba is, and I've always looked into this because I've always wanted to do some sort of products or whatever. That is where you can see the manufacturers, and the manufacturers in China are doing, let's say you want to do candles. They're, you know, selling you the vases or whatever that you could put your candles in. So you're buying it in bulk, wholesale. So obviously these vendors that are on Amazon, I'm kind of like on the fence though.
But that's Alibaba.
Yeah, that's Alibaba.
Because Temu, you buy them like if you're shopping on Amazon.
Temu is like if the people from Alibaba were selling now directly the stuff that they're making, which I'm kind of like on the fence about, because it kind of takes away from the people that want to do businesses. Now you're buying direct from the manufacturer, and now you don't want to buy from the small business that's trying to make the...
Yeah, but the small business is charging us triple.
Of course. Well, they need to make their money.
I know.
You know?
So
it's a catch-22.
Catch-22.
They need to make money somehow. They're buying it at a price in bulk where the manufacturer's like, I could sell it to you, Darlene, directly for $1. You know what I mean? Anyways, that's a whole nother story.
No, I mean, let me tell you, I love going, for example, to farmers market and buying jewelry and stuff straight from the people that are making it. And I love going to the mom and pop shops, like, and small businesses I support it. But come on, when it's Christmas and you have a bunch of toys, a bunch of stuff that you have to buy, I love gifting. I love buying gifts. So you have to, when you're on a budget, you can, this is a way to do it.
Yeah.
So Temu, it takes like 2 weeks for you to get your stuff. It's not like Amazon that you get it like 1 or 2 days. But I feel that it's very practical because you start making that list of the things you want to gift. You order them and they're going to be here in 2 weeks. It's still early. So you still have time to be like, nope, didn't like it. Let me return it. And then find other options. But these lines in the store, like, for example, I love like TJ Maxx and all these stores because you can buy in one place, you buy for everybody. Target. But it's stressful. The lines and it says sale everywhere, but I feel like everything is just getting like pricier and pricier and pricier.
No, it's true. It's definitely true. And it's obviously convenient to be able to go on these apps and start buying stuff, which by the way, obviously, if it takes 2 weeks, you got to start buying now. So if you're going to buy from Temu, start making your list now and start buying now so that if you don't like what comes in the mail, you can return it and you have some time to still get what you do want, for so-and-so.
Yeah, exactly. So, the finances are stressful for a lot of people. That's why, unfortunately, and this is one thing that we have to keep in mind, like when we got to be careful with the thieves. Because this is when it happens the most. Don't leave your packages too long outside. Like, put somebody's address. If you're going to be receiving stuff, somebody that that's always going to be there to open the door, or mailbox, or I think the post office. You can send stuff to the post office instead of having them delivered to your house. If you
front door.
To your front door, because it's going to happen and it's going to keep happening and it's going to get worse around Christmas time.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So do you set aside like a budget for Christmas, or?
I do. You know what I've been doing? I mean, after kids, what I've been doing is I've been telling some adults, like, I'm not buying you anything. Just so you know.
Just for your kids.
This year, like, you know what? I'm sorry, but this year, everything that I'm doing is for the small kids that still believe in, Santa and all that. Because to make their, I mean, obviously my mom, my sister, yes. But then, like, for instance, with some friends and all that, I'm like, don't buy me anything. And I'm not going to buy you anything. And if anything, we'll do like a little dinner together to celebrate the holidays, or stuff like that, versus having to feel obligated to buy stuff.
Yes.
Like, for instance, I'll give you an example. And I felt so bad when we moved into our house, which was like about 2 years ago, the first year. And it's so nice because our community is very family oriented, where like the people know each other and they say hi to each other in the morning and all that. The first year that we were there, we had Christmas in that house. All our neighbors, I would say like 4 houses, came to us and came with bottles of wine. They came with chocolates, and I felt so off guard that thankfully, and it's not that I didn't think of them, I did. I was like, but thankfully, like, there was, I think, 2 neighbors that I wasn't expecting anything from. And thankfully, I had bought like bulk of wine bottles and all that, at like Costco. So I was like, oh my God, I have something for you as well. Like, let me go grab. And it's not that I didn't think of them. It's just that, I don't know, so yes, there's another tip. Buy some extra wine bottles, some extra chocolates, whatever, toys. So if you go somewhere and you weren't expecting something, it's not that it's obligated to have to give in this, but you don't want to feel shitty. I think wow, they thought of me and I just was, I didn't get them something.
Have something extra, like the Christmas bags, have them so you can pack it up. Obviously, the tissue paper. Have extra things.
Go to a dollar store.
You never know if you invite some people over or whatever, and they just bring a bunch of gifts, and you're like, oh my God.
Oh my God.
I didn't know we were doing this.
Or if you do something in your house, and then that also happens. You do something in your house and you have like a limited amount of people that were coming, and all of a sudden somebody brings an extra child.
Yes,
I've seen this happen.
All the time.
It's so sad. And then all the other kids are opening up gifts, and this kid that maybe never comes all the time to your functions or family affairs is sitting there while all the other kids are opening up gifts.
And they don't understand that you were like a last minute invite or whatever. Or they don't understand.
So that's why I say have backups as well, just in case.
A good idea. And regarding the gifts also, I mean, like Luna has so many toys, and I'm sure your boys have so many toys. And so I think one thing that I want to do this year is like get rid of some and donate them.
Oh, yeah.
Because that way we're also teaching them charity and just teaching them, you're going to be receiving more stuff. We need to give also.
Yeah.
We need to give. So it's hard because I've tried that in the past and she plays with every single toy that she has. But no, we're going to make it a point this year. You're going to get rid of some stuff because we don't have room. But yeah, and for those of you that have big families, like gift exchange.
Yeah.
Like you're not going to be giving gifts to like all your nieces, all your nephews, then your sister, then your brothers. So the gift exchange for us adults, the pink elephant.
Yeah.
Is it called the pink elephant?
White elephant? No,
White elephant?
no, it's pink. I don't know.
It's the elephant, the one where you like everybody buys a gift and you put it in the center
and somebody
everybody
picks.
I love that.
Oh my God. But have you seen, that's gone wrong sometimes too, because somebody comes, I'm sorry, I hate to say it, but it's like, especially if you did this with kids, we would have a fail because you know how little kids get. Like if they had to do that and they picked the gift that was shitty and then their cousin.
Oh, that doesn't work with kids.
Yeah,
the elephant game, not with kids.
You cannot do it with the kids because the kid was like, I want what they have. My gift is horrible.
No
oh my
way.
God. I remember one year with Jacob, he was smaller, must have been like 3 or something. Somebody gifted him something that when he opened it up, he literally just like grabbed it, opened it, and he just threw it to the side. And I think the person was watching them open up their gift. And it was like, it makes you feel bad. And the kids don't know.
Yeah.
They're kids, but
so honest.
they're so
sometimes.
honest. Yeah. But anyways, that's another point. But
what do you do? Because, for example, Fabian's family, they're in Colombia, and then my family's here. But in your case, that you have both of your families here, like, what do you do? Because this is another thing that happens. Like, the stress of, like, no, we got to go to my mom's. No, we got to go to my mom's. And it's just, and at the same time, as a family, you also want to create your own memories. You also want to do, like, your own stuff in your house.
Yeah.
So how do you manage it with two different families and also you guys trying to do what you want to do?
We've always done both. So for instance, my cousins usually have always thrown at their house like the Christmas or whatever with my family. So we always either, like for instance, let's just say like if it's Thanksgiving or something, we'll go to which this year, you know what I mean? It wasn't the case, but for instance, we would go to her house and we would spend 2 hours there, eat, whatever, and then we would leave and go to his family's house. It always ended up being in our case that his family either started earlier or started later.
Okay.
And so we managed to do both at the same time. And then at that point, we just don't do anything in our house because it's kind of like, well, how many more things are we going to do?
Yeah.
Then everybody has to come to ours. So that's what we've been doing for a couple of years already. So both.
That's so much fun.
Yeah.
In our case, I really don't. We usually, for example, for Thanksgiving, we would go to North Carolina, which we love, to my brother's house. And then, but last year my baby nephew was born, and so we stayed here. This year, to be honest, I'm still unsure as of plans, and we have a smaller family. But I love the holidays. I love it, and that's why it makes me sad, like seeing people like so stressed, like I have to go buy a gift for this person, and it's like no, like it should be like a nice time when you don't have to feel like pressure of having to go buy a gift. And you know what? Do it yourself. Like, make something. Like for Luna now, I'm like, create cards. Because that's another thing. Cards are like $7-8. I'm like, are you kidding me? That's
and they throw it away.
There's a card.
And unfortunately, they throw it away.
Yeah.
They throw it away. So I think it's actually more significant when a little kid takes the time to draw something for you, and they do, especially in the age group of kids that we have, and they take the time to sit down and color and put like a nice little message with their handwriting. Like those are the things I think people would actually keep and look back on, But a regular card, I always tell this to my mom because I've gone to birthdays and I used to always put everything in a nice bag with the tissue paper, with the card, and this and that. And then I realized nobody keeps these things. So it's like you're wasting the money. I know it's a nice detail, it's pretty, it's this and that, but nobody keeps it. So I'm like, now that I have kids, I'm like, well, let them do the card.
Yeah.
And I think there's just more of sentiment behind it,
Just have construction paper in your house, scissors, coloring stuff, and stickers, and that's it. And you saved $8 in a card that, I mean, I love receiving cards and I read them and I put them up like for my birthday. Like I just put them up in the hotel because we were away. And I love that. But then, yeah, it comes to a point you get home and you
Where
keep,
do they
like,
go?
You keep, I always save like my parents.
Yeah.
My grandparents from, when
But
they were
Darlene,
alive.
let's just say like you're
But yeah.
60 years old and
I
for
know.
like the past
I'm a hoarder.
50 years or 20 years, you've been hoarding like cards. Like it gets to a point that it just starts to become clutter, So it's, I don't know. I guess, if you're a person that, I wish there was a way, maybe there's an invention where like you keep these things like nicely put.
Like the kids' art from school.
Yes, that invention of like it's kind of like a frame or something where you can actually look back on it and it no se arruga, it doesn't get dirty. You know what I mean? Like I don't know.
Well, they have these frames that you put like something and then in the like a painting, the nice painting, and then in the back
it's like an
I don't know,
album.
maybe you can do the same thing with the cards. I don't know.
It's an album.
But yeah. So what are your favorite like holiday traditions for Thanksgiving, for example, which is the one that's coming up next?
Traditions. I just think it's the thing of gathering with
Yeah.
everybody. Just seeing everybody. Our things have always been dinners, and we do come from a Catholic family. So we do pray and all that. And I think what's nice is that we actually during Thanksgiving, everybody takes the time to actually on these large dinners, I'm talking about 30, 40 people go, we always say thank you before eating and all that. So it's like a tradition of giving thanks for everything in our lives. The fact that we actually have food on our table because we have to be thankful for that. Obviously, there's a lot of people that are starving that don't get that, and just giving thanks. I think it kind of stops you from your everyday life, and you say, even though you should be giving thanks all the time, it actually stops you from the hecticness, of every day to stop and say, thank you so much for the food on the plate. Thank you so much for the family gathering. Thank you so much that I get to see my aunt, my uncle, my cousins, if you come from a larger family,
Yeah. And talking about, being grateful and giving thanks to everything that you have, we're going to do the night before Thanksgiving. We'll have an episode where we're going to be talking about gratefulness and how important it is to be grateful for what we have and teach that to our kids.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if you or you don't pray at night with the kids, but at least teach them to be grateful of what they have, because sometimes we give them so much that they don't appreciate, or they keep expecting more. And that's something with my 4-year-old, I'm working on it. But so we want to do like an episode on that. So if you want to send us anything that you want us to say here on air, to a special person that you want to give them thanks for something that they did, or whatever, like just send us messages and we'll read your messages here on the air.
Yeah, and just a little takeaway, if you haven't started planning for your holidays, maybe now's the time to start doing so. Just start writing down the list of people that you do have to buy gifts for, the preparations, if it's going to be in your house or somebody else's house, what you're going to take. And then this way, you're not scrambling at the last minute.
Yeah, and it's about planning, Get a calendar, share it with your husband, because now he says, my husband has the company party, the soccer party, this party, and I have this and that. So and also don't be afraid of saying no.
Yeah.
Because
and take it easy.
At times it's like, oh my God, I have everything every weekend, and then I have work during the week, and then the kids have all the recital and this and the photos, and you don't want the holidays to be a time of the year that you're like, for example, I hear people, and I've done it, when you start seeing the Christmas decorations, you're like, oh, Christmas is almost here. It's not supposed to be like that. It's supposed to be like, oh my God, I'm looking forward to it. But the way it happens, and again, I got to put this to practice. It's about planning and setting a schedule with your other half. And, Friday we have this, Saturday we have this, Sunday let's just stay home and watch Netflix and spend time with the kids and delegate. Listen, delegate. Yes.
Don't be a control freak. Don't be scared to ask somebody for help and overwhelmed. If you're having the party, let's say at your house, feel free to delegate to the people that are, coming to the party. Hey, you take care of this, because you know what? It should be a community effort. You shouldn't feel stressed and take everything on yourself to make everything perfect, right?
Okay, so you're gonna have a party at your house, Monica. I'll bring one of my dips.
I gotta see who's gonna bring the tables and the chairs. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Make a list and delegate that, and don't put it all on yourself, so that when the day comes, you're the grumpy, the Grinch, because everything came on your shoulders.
And I definitely want to try this year. Just buying everything in advance. You know what? And I always say, oh my God, it would be great. Like if it's December 19th and I already have everything wrapped under the tree. Oh my God.
Well, we're going to talk about this as we get closer to the date to see if we did it or not.
Let's see. We got to like put ourselves on check.
Yes. Yeah, we'll do the list.
I do want to get the Christmas tree early. You know that I browsed over an article, I really didn't read it, that said that the people that put their Christmas tree earlier, they have a happier holiday season.
Well, you know what?
I don't know how true that is, but
it's reminded, put the little candles that smell like pine in your house.
Yes.
And you know what? I think it gets you excited.
Bath and Body Works, here I come. I love their candles, and they're like air fresheners.
Everything. The tree, I always put my tree up after Thanksgiving. Like literally it's like after Thanksgiving. That's a tradition in our house and I love it. After the Thanksgiving Macy's parade, like on the TV that you watch and so on. Like the next day, go get your Christmas tree. If you don't have a pre-lit Christmas tree and you like real, whatever your deal is, and get that time to decorate if you got kids and have them also help, which is so nice because they will remember those things.
Exactly. And they're also going to remember if you're like going crazy and stressed and saying like freaking Christmas. So we're going to try to do it with you guys if that are listening. If you have any other tips on how to make your holiday season less stressful, let us know because before we know it, it's Christmas Day and we want to make sure we're not at the mall the week of Christmas, people.
A last minute, Don't be the last minute shopper. That's our tip. Don't be the last minute shopper.
There's Temu, there's do yourself projects. Let me tell you, the dollar store, there's
awesome.
one in particular that I love, and they have so many things for arts and crafts that I'm like, if I have my daughter making this for like the teachers or whatever, why not?
So let's start now, today.
So with that said, we're going to wrap up, and next week we are going to be talking about Thanksgiving and being grateful.
Definitely. Stay happy, you guys. And
start shopping.
And start shopping.